you want to know one of the saddest realizations I recently had? Was that as a liberal woman, it is really hard to find a man who is willing to play the more traditional masculine role in the relationship in today's day and age, who is not a conservative. A man who wants to pay on the first date, who wants to open your door, who has that want and desire to take care of you and to provide, who is not a conservative. And obviously, as a liberal woman, I do want to be respected for my independence. And I do want to have my own autonomy in the relationship and not be confined or conform to the traditional female homemaker, childbearing role. And most of the men that I've dated who do have that more natural provider masculinity about them are normally conservative. So I don't really know what to do because I don't want to compromise my morals and values just to find a man. But am I asking to have my cake and eat it too?
All right.
Do you want to know one of the
if you can control Z those back, I don't know if it's still possible, but yeah. Sweet. Thanks, Eric. Okay, so that's somewhat related to what we were talking about before when it comes to who should pay on the first date. Mm-hmm. So this kind of went semi-viral. Basically, you have a woman self-identifying as progressive, liberal, whatever, who's like wants like a traditionally masculine man to pay for the first date, do all the shit. So let's get everybody's reaction. Let's go around the table. We're gonna start with you, and then we'll go around this way. Any thoughts on that? You right here.
Me.
Yeah, into the mic, please.
I feel like I have a thought. Can we go?
Yeah, we'll skip. What about you, Gabby?
I feel like every girl wants a guy that's going to be like that. But it's becoming less and less apparent in this day and age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your reaction?
I feel like she missed the whole... Well, I mean, a conservative woman or a traditional woman, just because you're the one who's cleaning house or cooking or having the babies, that doesn't mean that your opinion or your thoughts are just completely disregarded. I'm sure there are many conservative men out there that value their partner's opinion. And if you're equal counterparts or if you're good together, then you should be able to, provide some insight into decisions.
I got beef. I'm not gonna even lie. So I'm just gonna say, if you want a traditional man, and that traditional man, so that it's likely that traditional man is gonna want a traditional woman, right? Mm-hmm. So if you don't fit that archetype, right? If you can't satisfy the traditional role, right? Then it doesn't make sense. There's just not a congruency. Like 2 + 2 is not really equaling 4 there. So like if, for example, he comes to the table, right? And he's like, I would like a woman that is gonna clean, cook, and do all that stuff, right? And these are the terms that he's setting for everybody, right? And so he's very transparent and he's very forthcoming about that. And you come and you meet him with, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do this, and I don't like that. That's just an incompatibility, and that has nothing to do with him being a piece of shit. I'm sorry, is that inexcusable?
Just go ahead.
I'm sorry. Okay, and that has nothing to do with him or anything like that. It's just strictly an incompatibility. It means you're looking in the wrong place or you're looking for the wrong one. So you might want to reevaluate what you're looking for and maybe be a little bit more eye to eye with that, because there's just a mismatch there. That's all I can say.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, the video kind of just gave me whiplash, to be honest with you. Is she just talking about what? I don't know. It's just, yeah, it was just a lot. I don't know. It was just a lot.
Well, okay, so she's saying she's basically a progressive woman who is like, man, these guys in LA, like, I'm so liberal, but like, I want a guy who's traditional and pays for the first date and does all these more traditionally masculine things. But if she's not traditional herself, is it fair for her to be asking for these sorts of things?
I don't think anyone's really traditional anymore. I mean, you can assume you can be as traditional as you think what traditional is, but I don't know if there really is a traditional anymore. Everybody's kind of different, and yeah, like what you were saying, if you meet on, you have to meet in the middle in any situation. So it's just not going to work out, especially if you have two different viewpoints.
Yeah,
not
that
going to
just
work.
doesn't make sense. It's like oil and water. Like, what you think, bro? Like, that's crazy.
Fighting fire, fire.
What about you, Sophia? Your reaction to the video? It was kind of prompted by, or I think it was prompted by what you said, but
About what?
well, you said you're like feminist. You're probably more liberal, right? But you want the guy to pay on the first date. So do you resonate with what she said?
That she wants a conservative man, like.
Well, I don't think she doesn't.
Not like, you know what I mean.
She wants a
conservative
liberal
values.
soy boy guy but who will still pay for her date, still be like provider, still be a protector, still be the
Yeah.
gentleman, open the door, et cetera, et cetera.
So.
Do you have a reaction to that? Agree, disagree?
I just think that she needs to work on herself.
Did you get stones before the show?
No, it's my eye.
Okay, then, well, no, it's just that sounded like a stoner laugh
Oh.
right there.
Yeah.
It sounded a little bit like a stoner laugh.
What's a stoner laugh necessarily?
I don't know, you got it.
Like,
Yeah.
It's all good, it's legal in California.